So in this video, we are going to build out the interest targeting for my campaign. Obviously, I don't have a massive email list. I don't have a massive existing customer base that I can build lookalikes off of. And so I'm going to need to launch my campaigns with interest-based targeting. And so we're going to set that up. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into the audience manager. And we're going to start building those interest-based ad sets. I'm going to build a few of them with you, and then likely build the rest off camera, simply because it'll probably take an hour or so, and it's pretty repetitive. So you may remember that ultimately I set these up as demonstrations. I'm going to go ahead and delete these just because I want to start fresh. So we can go ahead and delete those. Delete. And now we can go ahead and create these audiences. So first of all, we're going to start by creating a saved audience. And we're going to start by, so there's a few different ways that you can ultimately go about creating these interests. Again, you start by listing, let me create a new text document here, and we can start listing these out. So you start by listing out their interests, so publications that they follow, people that they follow, software that they use. And again, this is all going to be specific for my market, which is ultimately people looking to start and scale a Facebook ads agency. Those are the types of people who are going to be interested in Facebook ads for agency owners. And so the best way that I know how to target them is by publications, by the people that they follow, the influencers that they follow, by the software that they use and the software that they like, and then lastly by job title that's going to be worth testing for me as well for my market. And so essentially you can just refer to your customer avatar sheet, take a look at those things, and then just start listing them. So I'm going to start, because like there's just dozens of influencers in my industry. I'm going to start by listing software. So for me, I know that people who are using marketing automation SaaS products are likely going to be a fit for my program. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a couple different sites like getapp.com or capterra.com. These are just big software review affiliate sites essentially, and I can take a look at just different software that are in my niche, like marketing software options, and this will just show me a lot of different apps that I probably wouldn't think of otherwise. So I can just sort of start going through here and listing things that I feel are relevant. So if we're scrolling through here, we've got Drip. That's going to be a great one. Airtable maybe. Instapage for sure. Let's see what else here. I don't know what Marketing 360 is, but we'll try it. Bronto. What else do we have here? Drip, we've already got that one. Zoho. Tableau. Klaviyo. You get the picture. I'm going to pause this now and go through and add some more software products off camera. All right, we're back, and so I've gone in and just added some more software. Again, this is by no means an exhaustive list, but it definitely gives me a good start. And so now I can move on from software to influencers that my target market is likely to follow. And so again, the easiest way to do that is to just start listing people. So people who could be considered my competitors, people that my target audience is likely to follow. So for example, we've got Gary Vaynerchuk, Ty Lopez, probably Russell Brunson. Let's see, who are some other top people? Well, I hesitate to use the words top, but other people in this space who could be seen as competitors, even though, in my opinion, I have a superior product because I've checked out most of these guys' offerings. But some other people, for example, so we've got, let's see, Alex Becker, Sam Ovens. Who else do we have? We can, and as we start to run out of ideas, we can use the detailed targeting here and allow Facebook to suggest options for us. So if we put in, for example, let's see, Sam Ovens, not big enough. Let's Russell Brunson. Nope. Ty Lopez. Great. So we got Ty Lopez, and now we can see the suggestions. Oh, Russell Brunson does show up. Look at that. So we've got Russell Brunson, obviously. We've got Frank Kern. He's going to be great. Tony Robbins. That's probably a little bit broader than I'm looking for, really. Ryan Dice, that's good and narrow. Amy Porterfield, probably be good. Neil Patel would be good. Mike Dillard would be good. Let's see. Anik Singhal. Lewis Howes. And that is a massive, massive list of people. So let's just Jay Abraham, Evan Pagan, Mike Filsain, Brendan Burchard, Perry Belcher, John Loomer for sure. Great. So obviously this is a lot of people, right? 30 million people, 35 million people. That's way too many people for sure. So we're going to need to cut down on this, but this makes up a really great list of people who we can target. So now I can just start copying that down. So we got Amy Porterfield, Anik Singhal, Brendan Burchard, Evan, Frank, Jay, John Loomer, Lewis Howes, Mike Dillard, Mike Filsain, Neil Patel, Perry, Russell, Ryan, and we got Ty in there. Sweet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a look at just like other publications that people in my niche are likely to follow. So I can go ahead and just cancel all of this. And so we can start with, let's say we start with digital marketer. And so digital marketer, okay, let's start with HubSpot. So we can start with HubSpot, and then from there we can get some additional softwares and other publications. So for example, we've got MailChimp up here in software, MailChimp, SEMrush, Constant Contact, Marketo, Optimizely, Shopify, ClickBank. Great, that gives us some more additional interests, and now we can check job title and just see what comes up. To be honest, I don't know what's going to be available here, but we'll see if any of it looks good. So let's just search for, let's Let's search for browse, demographics, work, job titles, and let's just search for Facebook ad. Digital marketing. So we got digital marketing strategist. Let's see here, marketing. Let's see what comes up from marketing. So we've got marketing assistants, marketing coordinators, another marketing assistant, marketing officer, marketing director. Let's see here, agency. Whoops, darn it. Back to work, job titles. Founder. Founder is going to be too broad. So people who are Facebook page admins who also meet some of these criteria will be good. And let's see. I believe there's a way to actually target people who are actively advertising on Facebook. Business marketing. There we have it. So that's going to be useful. Perfect. So again, I don't know how well job titles is going to work here. For example, if we look at this, the potential reach is like 59,000 people. So not a ton of people, but could be worth throwing some money at and seeing what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of this stuff in here. So digital marketing strategist, marketing assistants, marketing coordinator, marketing director, and marketing officer. Great. So now that I have all of these interests, it's time for me to actually go in and create some saved audiences. Again, keeping the potential audience to, between 1 to 3 million people. So to start with, I'm just going to start with, I'm just going to call my audience's interests. And again, the name doesn't matter. This is just so I can keep it organized. So interests, we've got marketing, SaaS, and this will be the audience number 1. And so I'm just going to start looking for people in the US between the ages of 25 through 65 plus. That's fine. And I'm just going to start going down my list of software. So I'm going to start with, let's see here. I'm going to start with Drip. And let's see if they have. Nope, they do not have Drip software on there, which is fine. So I'll start with Infusionsoft because I know that they have that, and then that will help bring up some suggestions, which they do. So we can go MailChimp, Constant Contact, Unbounce. We're at 500,000 right now. Instapage, GetResponse. Oh, let's see here. Marketo. and SpyFu. Let's see who else. Let's 670,000. Let's see if they have Zoho. They do. Let's see. Do they have Airtable? Nope. Do they have Active Campaign? Active Campaign. Nope. Convert ClickFunnels. Nothing. And let's just add in Shopify. Actually, let's narrow the audience, and so we're going to go with someone who has all of these and likes Facebook advertising, something super general. Or Facebook page admins. That's like all of them. All right, so right now we're at 690,000. Let's increase this a little bit by adding in, for example, a Shopify. That puts us up to 14 million. Shopify is too broad. We're going to take that out. Let's go with suggestions. Let's go with Hootsuite, Buffer, WordStream. Where you at? There you are. WordStream. That puts us at 3.7, which is actually a little bit high. But overall, I feel good about this one. So we've got interest marketing SaaS products 1. And now I will probably go in and actually build out a few more SaaS products. But for the purposes of this is one test audience at 3.7 million people. So I'm going to go ahead and create that audience. Now, that's the SaaS version. Now we're going to create a lookalike audience based on influencers that our target market is likely to follow. And so I'm just going to go through the exact same process. I'm going to start with the people who have massive scale, who are liked by a lot of people, not just my target market, and we're going to narrow in on those. So to start with, for example, I'm going to start with Gary Vaynerchuk, which is great, but obviously 17 million people as a potential reach is way too high. And so I'm going to actually narrow that audience by liking people, or by only targeting people who also follow, for example, Tai Lopez. See what that brings us down to. That brings us down right to 3 million people. So this narrows that down, and now this audience is done. So I'm going to go interests, influencers 1. And that's that. So now I can create that audience and create another one, saved audience, and we'll go with Russell Brunson for this one. Great. So we've got Russell Brunson and someone who also, that's a pretty wide reach. So we'll narrow it again. People who follow Russell Brunson and also follow, let's just go with Tai Lopez again. That brings us down to 3 million, which we can then save as interests influencers 2. And I'm going to follow that process for all of my influencers and essentially build out audiences of about, between 1 to 3 million people for each of these influencers. And then lastly, we can create an audience made up of these job titles just to see how it performs. Again, I don't know. So we'll go saved audience, and we'll go 25 to 65 plus. Digital marketing strategist and marketing assistant, marketing coordinator, marketing strategist, and marketing consultant. So this gives us a very, very small reach of only 27,000 people. To be honest, I don't know how this is going to perform, but you know what? We'll try it and we'll see. So we have interests. And again, this isn't technically an interest, but for my purposes of categorizing my audiences, it is an interest. It's likely to perform just as poorly as interest. So I have interests, job titles 1. Great. So right now I have, let's see here, I have 4 custom, or rather saved interest audiences. And so essentially I'm going to build out some more of these because I'm going to walk through the testing process and how I test. But essentially, as I mentioned in a previous video, this method is essentially throwing everything at a wall and seeing what sticks. So I'm going to build out more of these following the exact same process that I just showed you. I'm going to exhaust this list that I created here. And then in the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually upload a custom audience made up of your level 2 audiences. So that's your email list, your website, visitors, etc. I'm going to show you how to build that out. And then we're actually going to write the ads and launch the campaigns. I'll see you in the next video.